This video will show you how to improve your productivity without stress, burnout, or guilt using real science backed strategies that actually work. You will learn what employers secretly value most, why you are feeling mentally exhausted even when you are getting things done, and 10 plus powerful tips to boost your focus, energy, and clarity, all while staying calm. And here's a quick fact to start with: your brain can only focus deeply for about 4 hours a day. The rest, it's just shallow work, context switching, and decision fatigue. So the secret is not working more, it's working smarter in those 4 golden hours. This video is for the thinkers, the doers, the quiet warriors, and anyone who wants to work more smarter, not harder. Stick around till the end. I'll also show you how to measure if you're truly doing well, even if your calendar looks busy. Let's dive in. And hey, if you care about mental clarity, peace, and productivity, consider subscribing to my channel, Neuro Nuggets. This channel is all about brain friendly productivity and motivation without the toxic hustle. What every employer secretly desires. Let's be real. Every employer, whether it's a startup founder, a corporate manager, or a small business owner, ultimately wants the same three things from their team: get the work done and done well. Stay consistent, not just a one time hero act. Don't burn out, create chaos, or become toxic to the team. But there's one word that captures all of this: reliability. What they're really looking for is people they can trust, not just to deliver results, but to show up with clarity, manage pressure, and bounce back when things get tough. I remember a conversation I had with a senior manager during a project review. He said something I will never forget. Look, I don't need rock stars who shine bright and then crash in 3 months. I need stable minds I can build a company on. At first, it surprised me, but then I got it. He wasn't looking for intensity, he was looking for sustainability. Because intensity is unpredictable, but calm, consistent contribution, that's gold. In fact, recent workplace studies shows that emotional resilience is becoming just as important as technical skills in hiring decisions. Why? Because burnt out employees don't just underperform, they drag teams down, make mistakes, need constant management, or they leave without warning. The cost of burnout in the corporate world is very high. It's estimated as over 300 billion US dollars a year in lost productivity according to WHO reports. So, if you have been taught that being stressed out means you are a hard worker, if you have ever felt proud of pulling all-nighters or skipping meals for deadlines, it's time to unlearn that. Employers don't want frantic performers who spike and crash. They want calm achievers who can solve problems, work with others, and show up fully without needing a rescue every few weeks. It's not about being superhuman. It's about being mentally available, emotionally stable, and consistently valuable. So, one question for you: what do you think your manager values the most in you? Drop it in the comments. You might be surprised by what others say too. So, why productivity is broken today? Let's zoom out for a second. Why are so many smart, hardworking people with great intentions, struggling to be productive without stress? It's not because we are lazy, it's not because we don't care. It's because the system we are working in is broken. Here's what we are up against almost every single day. 1. Constant notifications, WhatsApp, email, or LinkedIn. 2. Meetings that should have been just emails. 3. Poor sleep, skipped meals, and caffeine overload. 4. Unrealistic timelines with zero buffer. 5. No clear why behind the work, just deadlines. 6. Social media comparison killing self-worth. 7. The fear of saying no and being seen as weak. 8. No time to pause, reflect, or recover. 9. And the worst one, the guilt of doing nothing, even for a moment. I'll be honest with you. A while ago, I had one of those weeks, the kind where you are doing everything yet feeling like nothing actually done. I wasn't sick, I wasn't overbooked, But I felt foggy, tired, like my brain was buffering all the time. I was replying to messages, attending meetings, checking boxes, but I wasn't thinking deeply. I wasn't creating anything meaningful. And that's when it hit me. I was moving, but I wasn't moving forward. Because real productivity isn't just about being busy, it's about progress, intentional, aligned, sustainable progress. And here's the dangerous part: burnout isn't always loud, sometimes it's quiet. It doesn't show up as tears or breakdowns, it shows up as numbness, as indifference. You are still showing up, but you are still replying, still logging in. But deep inside, you have forgotten why any of it matters. 11 stress free productivity tips. Alright, let's get practical. You don't need 100 hacks, you just need a few simple habits that actually work and work with your brain, not against it. Here are 11 stress free, brain friendly productivity tips that will help you work better without burning out. The rule of 1. Every day, choose one priority that truly matters. Just one. Not 5, not 10, 1. Because chasing too many tasks at once feels productive but often leads to a scattered day. When you win your one thing, the rest is bonus. The 90-20 rhythm. Your brain isn't a machine, it runs in cycles. That's why the 90-20 method works like magic. Work with deep focus for 90 minutes. Then take a break for 20 minutes. Walk, stretch, stare at the sky. Doing this improves memory, reduces fatigue, and helps you get more work done in less time. Do not disturb is a superpower. Distraction is the enemy of depth, and silence isn't rude, it's productive. When you enter D&D mode, even for just 60 minutes, you unlock a level of focus that feels like a secret weapon. Next, externalize everything. Don't use your brain like a notepad, use it like a whiteboard. Solve, imagine, reflect. For everything else, write it down. Use to-do list, digital notes, physical planners, sticky notes, whatever works. Externalizing clears cognitive clutter and frees up your brain to actually think, not just remember. The morning mind dump. Every morning, take 5 minutes and write down everything floating in your head. Worries, tasks, random thoughts, annoying messages. Just pour it out. It's like hitting the clear cache button for your brain. You will feel lighter almost instantly. The first hour rule. The first hour of your day sets the tone. So protect it like your life depends on it. No emails, no scrolling, no chaos. Say yes to focused work, thinking time, or planning. Start your day intentionally, and the rest will follow more calmly. Eat the frog early. This comes from a Mark Twain quote. If it's your job to eat a frog, do it first thing in the morning. Your frog is your hardest task, the one you are most likely to procrastinate. Do it early and you will feel mentally lighter all day. 2-minute reset. Your nervous system gets overloaded from screen time and decision fatigue. Every 2 hours, do this. Close your eyes, breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, breathe out slowly for next 6 seconds. This quickly resets and clears your mind, grounds your body, and improves emotional regulation. It's like a reboot for your brain. Track energy, not time. Not all hours are created equal. Some people are sharp at 6 am, others have peak time at 3 pm. Start noticing this. When do you feel most focused, most creative? Do deep work in these windows. Your energy is your compass. Use it to schedule smart. The 5-minute rule. If something takes less than 5 minutes, do it immediately. Replying to an email, refilling your water, noting down an idea. These tiny things pile up into mental clutter. Clear them as you go, keeps your momentum flowing. And end of the day reflection. Before bed, ask yourself, what went well today? Even if it's just one small thing, acknowledge it. You are not just building productivity, you are building emotional momentum. This simple habit rewires your brain to focus on progress instead of perfection. So, there you have it, your comeback plan. 11 stress free ways to work smarter, feel lighter, and stay focused without frying your brain. These tips don't require fancy tools or expensive planners, just a few shifts in how you think and operate. If any of this helped, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you have not done already. Let's move on to the self assessment part to check, are you doing well? How to know you are on the right track? Okay, we have gone through all the tips, but how do you know if you are actually on the right track? Not just ticking boxes, but really improving both in productivity and in peace. So, take a moment and ask yourself these 5 simple questions. Be honest, nobody is watching except you. 1. Am I completing 2 to 3 meaningful tasks every day? Not just busy work, I am talking about the tasks that actually move the needle, things that leave you feeling fulfilled, not just occupied. 2. Do I feel calm at least 75% of my work week? Life has stress, that's normal. But if you're constantly on edge, that's a sign of your system needs a reset. 3. Can I disconnect without guilt? Can you put your phone down or shut your laptop at 7 pm without feeling like you are falling behind? If yes, you are doing better than the most. 4. Am I sleeping well and waking up with purpose? Your sleep is often the first thing stress steals from you. If you are resting well and waking with some direction, even vague, that's a progress. 5. Do I feel proud of at least one thing every day? It could be small, maybe you completed something hard, or maybe you just said no to something that didn't serve you. That's enough. Now, you score yourself. Put 1 point for each yes. If you have 0 to 2 points, you are likely in survival mode. That's okay. Pause, breathe, and rebuild from here. If you got 3 or 4 points, you are making real progress. A few tweaks and boundaries could make a big difference. If you got 5 points, very nice. You are in the sweet spot, the calm, high performer zone. Time to sustain this one and maybe help someone else get here too. So, let's move to the final part of this video, the closing and the takeaways. If there is just one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's this. You are never meant to work like a machine. You are meant to feel, to think, to create like a human. You weren't born to wake up anxious, chase deadlines all the day, and crash into bed feeling like you still didn't do enough. Productivity is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters with peace. You don't need to push harder. You need better rhythms, clearer boundaries, and a brain-friendly system. Let go of the belief that stress is proof you are working hard. That's a myth. Peace is not the opposite of productivity. Peace is the foundation of sustainable success. You deserve to live a life where you get things done and still feel joy, where you make progress and feel present, where your work doesn't drain you, it always fulfills you. If this video made you feel even a little lighter, a little more hopeful, a little more of you, then this channel is your space. Hit that subscribe button so we can grow together, calmly, consciously, and consistently. Drop your comments if you're ready to work better, not harder, and share this with someone who has been silently struggling. They will thank you for it. Thank you for watching.